Hello students, today I am going to demonstrate the preparation of hemin and hemochromogen crystals from human blood. The requirements for this particular experiment is glass slides, cover slips, the reagents that are used for making the crystals, that is Nippes reagent for hemin crystals and Takayama reagent for hemochromogen crystals. You would also need a mounting needle for putting the cover slip, lancet for pricking, cotton swab soaked in alcohol for sterilizing the finger and the needle. So let's start. First start with sterilizing your finger that you are going to prick and the lancet. ध्रुव आप कर दो.
बोलो उससे कम लगेगा आपको.
कुछ नहीं होता किसी से.
ये पता नहीं था ना प्रेशर का वो पड़ी हुई है वो ले गया था.
स्टार्ट. पॉज कर लो. स्टार्ट. Prick the finger. Remove the first drop of blood because that tends to coagulate easily. Then take a drop of blood on the slide slightly towards the corner because we are going to make a blood film from this. I am making two slides here, two blood films, because we will use one for hemin and the other one for hemochromogen crystals. Here I am going to make a thick blood film. When you have to make a thick blood film, you keep this other slide like this and drag it away from you. So this will give you a thick blood film. I am going to smear it again because here the blood film has not become very thick. There is not much technique involved here and it doesn't matter because even old blood stains give good crystals. This is used for detecting blood stains in forensic science. If you want to differentiate the red color stain, you want to find out whether it is blood or paint or beetle stains, pan, then you use these tests. If you get the crystals, then it is blood, otherwise it is some other red colored stain, and this is not species specific, meaning human blood will give the similar type of crystals as other species. So on the basis of these crystals, you cannot differentiate whether it is from humans or from some other mammal like goat, dog, cat, whatever. So you keep this slice for air drying so that the blood film dries and then you start with your test. I will first make the hemin crystals, so I am keeping this slide aside. This blood film has dried. So now I am going to use this for making hemin crystals, and the reagent that you use for hemin crystals is the Nippes reagent, also known as the halide reagent, because this contains KCl, KBr and Ki. So for that you put a drop of Nippes reagent, then cover it with a cover slip. And then warm it on a spirit lamp. You have to be careful while warming it. You have to warm it intermittently and gently. I am wiping the underside of the slide every time I warm so that the heat is not retained for a long time and it doesn't heat up too much. So the heating has to be gentle and it has to be intermittent. When you see bubbles forming between the surface of the slide and the cover slip and the blood film turning brownish, then you stop heating. So I think the crystal must be ready by now because you can see that the blood film has become brownish and some of the solution has evaporated. Since it contains glacial acetic acid, it evaporates very readily, it is very volatile. You can also see that the blood has accumulated on the sides of the cover slip. So that is the area where you will see the maximum crystals. After you've heated it, just let it cool a bit and then you add another drop of the Nippes reagent along the sides of the cover slip, which should go in by itself. It is not going in probably because the solution has not totally evaporated, so only a bit of it is going in by capillarity. So I'll just keep it for some time, cool it, and then observe it under the microscope, and I'll show you what the crystals look like under the microscope. Okay, in the meantime, this blood film has dried but not completely, so I'll give it another minute or so to dry because the weather is very cold, so it is not drying up that quickly. So let's keep it for some more time and let it dry, and then we will carry on with hemochromogen crystals preparation. I have already made this blood film, a thick blood film that has been air dried. Now I'm going to use the Takayama's reagent, which is used for making hemochromogen crystals. I'll put a drop of this on the blood film. Cover it with the cover slip. Warm it gently, intermittently over a spirit lamp. You can see that the blood film has turned greenish. This is because of the action of NaOH, which is present in the Takayama's reagent. Now as we heat it gently, this will turn orangish pink or salmon pink color, which is the color of the Takayama's crystals, because when the reaction takes place, the color will change from this greenish color of the blood film to salmon pink color, and the Takayama's crystals are also salmon pink in color. So you can see that it is turning pinkish instead of green. Now the color has turned pinkish. I think I have heated it too much talking to you, so I'll just let it cool a bit and then warm it gently again a bit and then keep it for cooling before we observe the crystals under the microscope. Okay, so I think now I can keep it for cooling, and in the meantime we can observe the Heman crystals under the microscope. The Heman crystals look like brown colored, needle shaped, that is rhomboidal. If you look at hemochromogen crystals, this is what they look like: feathery, serrated, salmon pink in color, and they look like aggregates